To complete the main 4 of the Drawkill 59 Freddy's series, here is how to make Drawkill Freddy. He is a posable figure like the other 3, although they can't stand on their own because of the thin legs. Here are the materials I used for this project. Brown, light brown, silver, black, white, and red Polymer clay. You can use other clay of your choice. These are the tools I used that contains dotting, ball, and needle tools. I also used silicone shaper, which I forgot to show here. Then a straw, rolling pin to roll out the clay, 22 and 30 gauge wires, cutting plier, flat blade and x-acto knife, pastel and a brush, super glue, and a headpin. We will start with the head since it's easier this way for getting the proportions. Roll the brown clay into a ball and flatten it. I'm using the side of a dotting tool to press in the lower part of the flattened circle. Then I use a small ball tool to indent the eye socket and fill in with white and red clay. Apply black pastel around the eyes to make them pop. When I made the faces for these 59 Freddy's animatronics, I always like to think of applying makeup for them, though I don't use much makeup in real life. Make a capitalized B shape for the snout with light brown clay. This is the same as Drawkill Bonnie. Every time I make characters with Polymer clay, I break down each part into simple shapes, and once these shapes are put together, they will give the overall form. It is the same method used for drawing. Here I'm using this flat end silicone shaper for making the division lines on the head. Cut off the top part of the head so that the head will sit flat on it later on. Roll the black clay into a ball and flatten it to make a dome. For the lower jaw, flatten the brown clay and place it on the bottom of the head, or you can cut it in half. But because I want to make sure that I have the right size for the lower jaw, I place it on the bottom of the head and cut to the size I need. Then detach it. Then insert all the teeth that you need for Drawkill Freddy. Now add the ears and the head. I'm making Drawkill Freddy's body as a one whole chunk of clay since he doesn't show individual parts. Plus, this is easier and take less time to make. So, make a big teardrop shape and make the wider end into a V-like shape just without the pointy end. Press flat on the upper body area. Use a ball tool to indent the solder area where the arms are going to be connected to. Roll out a flat sheet of the light brown clay and cut out the same shape as the body, but a bit smaller. You want to indent the lines lightly first to avoid mistakes. Once the lines are even, then you can go back in and make those lines deeper. Cut out 2 black triangles and make the edges rough. Then attach them on the narrow end of the body. Add the rest of the details on. Don't forget to add the tail on the back side. For the legs and the arms, the process is the same as all the other Drawkill 59 Freddy's, so I'm not going to explain the steps. The easiest way to make the fire tank on Freddy's back is to roll the silver clay into logs and put them side by side. Attach a rectangular piece of black clay on top and on the bottom of the tank, then shape it to the form that you need. Use a wire to poke a hole on the neck area of the body and under the head so they can be attached later. For the wire strap part that holds the tank to the body is to wrap the 30 gauge wire with a thin wire around the thick wire like this. Once the wrapping is done, use a tool to help you bend. Then attach it on the body at a slant. This way, there will be space for the head. Last but not least is to poke a hole on the lower parts of the body for the legs. Now bake all the parts in the oven unattached. I'm baking the clay because I'm using Polymer clay, which is oven baked, but if you are using other types of clay, make sure to read the package to see if it's oven baked or air dry. If you are new to baking Polymer clay, I have a video on it. Link is in the description box. Here are all the parts and now it's time to put them together. Let's begin with the legs. Insert the headpin through the thigh and the body. Cut off the extra length, leaving enough just for connecting the outer thigh, so make sure you don't cut the headpin too long or too short. Use super glue to attach the rest of the parts together. It's good to have a round plier to help with the bending the wires. Attach the arms and the head. And this Drawkill Freddy is done. You can bend the legs, the arms, and turn the head. So this Drawkill Freddy concludes the Drawkill series. I'm not sure if I will make the other Drawkill 59 Freddy's animatronics, but this is the last one for now. I hope you guys like this series, and thanks to Drawkill for the amazing design. Here are the other 3 that I've made before. If you haven't watched them, video links are in the description box, so check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have requests or ideas for future videos, leave them in the comment section. I know you guys have requested quite a few already, but it doesn't mean that I will make every single one of the requests, because that is just impossible for a one-person production. However, I will make some of the requests that I found interesting and has a good challenge. It might take me a while to make new videos since detailed creations take a long time to make and edit, so please be patient. If you like what I do, then subscribe and like the videos. Until next time, keep crafting.